Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and is Nuri Sahin's time at Borussia Dortmund coming to an end? They are 11th in the league. They have not won in almost a month and a half in the Bundesliga, and everything he's trying is going wrong for him. So let's go and talk about it. I mean, it is quite really surprising the way it has turned out, to be very honest with you, because it's not like he doesn't have experience with the team, or he doesn't know the surroundings of the club or whatnot. He has played for the club. He was there under 21 manager as well. He was the assistant manager for last year as well, so he really had the experience. He knew the know-how of the club. He was loved by the fans as well. So when he was named the manager in the summer, it looked like the perfect placement. Like, it looked like that the right choice and the right way to go for the club moving forward. And I really thought that he was going to be a really a good manager. It was going to be a really good fit. In the summer, I'd say that between him and company, I think he was going to be the better manager, because he knew the club inside and out. But unfortunately for him, it is not really working well. The problem with Dortmund, I think there are many problems. Let's be very honest with you. For me, the biggest the thing that is really surprising me is the style of play that Dortmund are playing. Because if somebody from the outside would have come in and he would have changed the style of play that Dortmund do, that would have that wouldn't really be surprising. But Sahin knows how Dortmund fans like to play. There's a set pattern of how Dortmund like to play football, and it has been followed on by different managers throughout the years, and everybody expects Dortmund to play that fast attacking style of football, high pressing, making sure that it's really fast paced football. But Nuri Sahin's team is not really doing that. It is really quite boring to watch Dortmund these days, and I really did not think that I would say words like this, because it is unbelievable that the way that Dortmund play. It feels like they are scared. In every single game that Dortmund play this season, it feels like they are scared. They act like they're so timid in front of other teams, and they just really, it feels like they don't really have any idea what's going on. I don't know whether it's science tactics that the players are not able to understand or whatnot, but it is not really working, and it shows on the ground, on the pitch as well, that what Sahin is trying to do is not working out for them. I mean, to be 11th in the Bundesliga after almost half of the season is gone after the Christmas break, and they have lost majority of their big games against the big teams. They're doing well in the Champions League. That's a different story. But in terms of the league, they drew against Bayern Munich. They were thrashed by Leipzig. They were thrashed by Leverkusen. They lost from Frankfurt as well, and they could have easily been thrashed by Frankfurt as well. Holstein Kiel defeated them recently, so the performances are really not there. And now you can literally see, the noise starting to come amongst fans that he needs to go. But the question is, will he go right now, or will they wait for the summer to let him go? I think at the moment that the things are going, I really don't see Borussia Dortmund qualifying for Europe. Let's be very honest, their form is dismal. Every single game, you don't really know whether they are going to win or not. It doesn't matter which team they are playing. I mean, the performance against Holstein Kiel, it was embarrassing. The way that they got played around. I mean, you expect that when you are playing like a big team like a Frankfurt or a Leverkusen, you sort of expect that from, if it happens. It shouldn't really happen, but if it happens, you sort of understand. But what happened against that in that game against Holstein Kiel was quite catastrophic. It was quite embarrassing, the way that they just got played around. They had no idea. Dortmund players, they roam in the ground like headless chickens. Like, they have no idea what they are doing, and I think that is a really shocking for a club like Dortmund. I have seen say this for almost 2-3 months now, that Dortmund play two games, 2, 3, 4 different games within a single game. You will see them playing for 15-20 minutes, exciting football, the way, great football, and Dortmund would be really on top, and then they would go out, where they will go out of the game, they will go out of the galaxy for the next 15-20 minutes, and you would be left scratching your head like, what happened to them. And there's so many games you can take out from the season till now, that in one half they were spectacular, or in the second half they were abysmal, and that's why they ended up dropping points. Or within one half, like they would play two halves in one single being great for half an hour, and then being absolutely garbage for the next 15-20 minutes. So I really don't know what's happening, whether it's the mental it's a mentality issue of the players, where the manager and the players are not on the same wavelength. It feels like for the majority of the games, to be very honest with you, it feels like what Sahin is trying to do, what his tactics are, I think the players have not bought into it. Their summer business was really good. They brought in good players, but they have also not really stepped up for him, if I'm being very honest with you. I just think, to be very honest, I think it's the manager, and I really don't want to be that guy, to blame the manager as quickly as possible. It is a really troublesome position if you are a Dortmund fan, if you are at the board at Dortmund, because you don't really get clear answers as well. I mean, it feels weird, to be very honest with you, seeing Dortmund like this, and the manager, he never really gives clear-cut answers. I saw there in the newspaper today that they are looking for a German-based, German-speaking manager. I really don't agree with that. Of course, Sahin can easily, speak German, and I don't think that is going to be a problem for his players, or that the players would understand him. I really don't think that is going to be a problem. I think it is the inexperience, in my opinion. I get, he managed he was the assistant manager, he managed under 21 and whatnot, but maybe it is the inexperience that Sahin is not really able to, handle. I think that has really gotten to him. Being a manager of the first team and being the assistant manager, it's quite a different job, and the pressure that comes with it, very few are able to handle it, and that is really wearing down with it. And I think he's, because in my opinion, when the season started, it was not really bad. It was not that good. It was not really bad. Like, it was average. They were not really. It became very clear. Like, after 4 or 5 games, that Dortmund were not going to win the title challenge. So it sort of became like the fight for the top 4. Last year also they were not able to qualify for the top 4, and they got lucky because Germany had that extra coefficient. So they are playing the Champions League. They finished 5th. So quite early on, it became clear that they were going to again fight for those Champions League places. But as the season has gone on, and the results have started to become worse and worse, I think Sahin is trying to do so many things at the same time, and he has taken so much pressure, and I think that is why they are getting worse and worse. I think they need to go back to basics. They need to go back to what Dortmund are really good at, and they need to really start playing that type of football, that brand of football. Otherwise, it is gonna get worse and worse. I really don't think they should sack him at the moment. I think they should give him until the end of the season, because you really don't know what can happen in the Champions League. Maybe in the league they don't do that much, but if he ends up winning them the Champions League, I think it will be a good season for them, let's be honest. But I think in the league, I really don't think they are going to qualify for any of the European places in terms of the league position. Whatever they do, it has to come through Europe. I think it's going to be a long, hard season for them. And I continue. I'm seeing it. I'm saying this is gonna happen. They're gonna lose more matches, because at this moment the players and the managers are not on the same wavelength. What he's trying to do, it's not working out for them. So I might, it might not come as a shock to me if they do get, a sack him. But it will be interesting. And for me, the question is, who can they replace him with at the moment, and what can he do, to come in and try to salvage the season? Because if they really wanted to sack him, they should have sacked him during the Christmas break, so the new manager had the time, and he would have had the transfer window to get in at least a couple of players to help him sort him out and get back into those, into the fight for those European places. But now that almost January transfer window is over, it's like 21st of January tomorrow, 20th January today. So it's like there's no use of sacking him right now and bringing some new guy. For me, they just have to wait, unfortunately, and see it how it plays out. And I think it's not going to be a great end to the season. So yeah, that's it for me, this video. Let me know what you guys think of the situation. Do you think he should get the sack? And if not, what do you think is the problem? Why is it happening? What is happening at Borussia Dortmund? What do you think is the main reason? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers as quickly as possible. So please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and help us out. Until next time, bye bye.